The psychology of an 11-hour live stream. After watching an 11-hour live stream about me and a few others, I already broke down the accusations. But when I stepped back and looked at it as a whole, I realized something more important. This wasn't just about what was said, it was about how it was said. Because what you're watching in a stream like that isn't just conversation. It's a narrative being built in real time. So instead of reacting to clips, let's look at the structure. Before anything is even proven, the tone gets set. Who's chaotic? Who's the problem? What the audience should be looking for. And once that frame is in place, everything that follows gets interpreted through it. Over 11 hours, there's no clean structure. You get interruptions, side conversations, speculation loops, repeated themes. And that combination creates something powerful. Confusion plus repetition equals perceived truth. Not proven truth. Perceived truth. This is the part most people don't catch. There aren't constant accusations. There are a few very specific ones. And they're dropped at key moments, then surrounded by noise. Which makes them feel bigger than what they actually are. Listen to the language used around those claims. I think, that tells me, maybe, that doesn't make sense. That's not investigation. That's interpretation, presented as discovery. And then something else happens. The host introduces doubt. The panel reacts. The chat reacts. And suddenly, conclusions start forming, without ever being proven. That's not evidence. That's a group-built narrative. Anytime something starts to land, the conversation shifts. New topic. New person. New angle. And just like that, no conclusion is reached, but the doubt stays. Over time, something else changes. Early on, there's framing. In the middle, escalation. And later, fatigue and looser claims. The longer it goes, the less precise it becomes, and the more it relies on impression, instead of proof. And to be fair, this kind of format does work. It feels thorough. It feels transparent. It feels collaborative. But those are perception tools, not proof tools. The stream doesn't prove things. It suggests things long enough that they feel proven. And that's where the disconnect is. The accusations exist. I already showed that. But the proof doesn't follow them clearly. And that gap is the entire story. This wasn't a breakdown of facts, it was a long-form conversation that let conclusions form without ever being fully proven. And that's why it feels convincing even when it isn't. It's not strong because of what it proves, it's strong because of how it feels. This wasn't a breakdown of facts, it was a long-form conversation that let conclusions form without ever being fully proven. And here's the bigger picture, this isn't a one-off from nonsense. This is her pattern. For years she's been deeply embedded in these same drama circles, from the Marvon McRae/Justice for Vaughn feuds, to heavy overlaps with the anti-KJ community, to her early anonymous phase with a voice changer. She has built a long track record of exactly the kind of marathon streams, screenshot breakdowns, and creator callouts she spent 11 hours criticizing me for. When someone has spent years operating this way, an 11-hour livestream isn't an anomaly. It's just another chapter in a very familiar playbook. I'm not here to start drama. I'm here because I got tired of watching the cycle repeat. Thanks for listening.